Chapter 18. Non-finites. The verb, which is the main part of a sentence, has already been studied in the chapter. The verb. Verbs are limited by the number and person of the subject and have to make tense of sentences. But non-finites are not related to the person or number of the subject and have not any share to make tense. Although they are called non-finite verb or simply non-finites, but they are not at all actual verbs as they have no relation with subject and do not affect the formation of tense. We can see the difference between a verb and a non-finite in the following sentences. She wants to see you. They want to see you. In the above sentence, we see that to see in both sentences 1 and 2 are not affected by the subject she and they. In sentence 1, subject she is singular and has a singular verb wants. But in the case of to see is unaffected by the subject and have no share to make tense. So it is non-finite. In the same way, in sentence 2, to see does not affect itself by the subject they, plural number, so it is also a non-finite. Non-finites are also called double parts of speech. Kinds of non-finites. There are three kinds of non-finites: the participle, the gerund, the infinitive. The participle. A participle is formed by a verb which modifies a noun or pronoun as an adjective or an adverb. Definition. A participle is that form of the verb which takes share of the nature both of a verb and of an adjective. Or, a participle is a word which is partly a verb and partly an adjective. But you should remember that it is neither a complete verb nor an adjective. Participle can be made participle is equal to verb plus adjective or adverb. Participles can be divided into three kinds: present participle, past participle, perfect participle. Present participle. A present participle is formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb. Example, make plus ing is equal to making. Sleep plus ing is equal to sleeping. Walk plus ing is equal to walking. Remember, here if auxiliary verbs or helping verbs is, am, are, was, were come with present participle, then this participle becomes a verb. But without the helping verb, it remains the same. It is necessary to remove a doubt about it. So, read the following sentences. A burning girl was crying for help. I saw her walking in the garden. She came there dancing. What do we see in the above sentences? We see that burning, walking, and dancing are made by adding ing to burn, walk, and dance. And they are modifying the noun girl in the sentence 1, verb saw in the sentence 2, and verb came in the sentence 3. So, the words burning, walking, and dancing are not verbs as they are not followed by a helping verb. So, they are present participles. Past participle. Study the following examples of participles. We should not eat rotten fruits. Burnt houses are not fit to live in. Radha is a girl loved by all. In the above sentence, rotten, burnt, and loved are third form of the verb. Rot, burn, and love respectively. They are participles. These participles end in en, t, and d, show that the action is finished. Such participles are called past participles. Perfect participle. Perfect participle is formed by adding having proceeding to the third form of the verb. Study the following sentences. Having read the books, they could give the answer of the questions. Having reached the school, they read there. Having caught the train, they could reach in time. In the above sentences, having read, having reached, and having caught are made by adding having to the third form of the verb. Read, reach, and catch are the verbs, and their third forms are read, reached, and caught respectively. Therefore, these are perfect participles. The gerund. A gerund is formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb as in the present participle. So, it is not easy to say whether it is a gerund or a present participle. Mostly, the gerund works in a sentence as subject, object, complement of a verb or object of a preposition. Now, read the following sentences to see whether it is a gerund or a present participle. Walking is a good exercise for health. I saw a man walking on the grass. By seeing these sentences, we can say that walking is formed by adding ing to the first form of the verb walk, but this walking word is doing the work of a subject in the sentence, so it is very clear that it is gerund. But in the case of sentence 2, we cannot say anything about walking, although it is gerund, but it can be a present participle. Definition. A gerund is a word which is made by adding ing with the first form of a verb and does the work as subject, object, complement of a verb or object of a preposition. It can be called a verbal noun. A verbal noun or a gerund can be used in the following ways. It can be used as a subject of a verb. Example, stealing is a bad habit. Drinking has ruined many houses. It can be used as an object of a verb. Example, the police gave him a sound beating. Savita likes reading novels. It can be used as an object of a preposition. Example, they set out receiving the message. I am tired of waiting. It can be used as complement of a verb. Example, her old habit is weeping. What I hate is drinking. It can be used as verb with its object, gerund. Example, he is fond of singing songs. He takes delight in driving car. Here we should remember that a verbal phrase must be preceded by the and followed by a preposition. Now read the following sentences. Walking is a good exercise. Stealing is a social evil. Singing is a good profession. Drinking is a bad habit. In the above sentence, walking, stealing, singing, and drinking are working in the sentences either as subject or object, so no doubt these are gerunds. See how to distinguish between a present participle and a gerund. it is very clear that the first form of the verb loaded with ing as go plus ing is equal to going, eat plus ing is equal to eating do the work of a noun. In such condition, it is always a gerund. But when a noun is used as adjective, why it cannot be a gerund, which is also a kind of noun? Both the gerund and present participle are identical, so it is very difficult to say in each cases whether it is gerund or present participle. Now judge it from the following examples. A sleeping girl, a sleeping bed. Sleeping in both the above sentences is an adjective because it is qualifying girl in the sentence 1 and bed in sentence 2. But in the case of sentence 1, sleeping shows the quality of the girl, and in sentence 2, it does not show the quality of the bed but a place to sleep. It is not a quality of the bed. So, in the case of sentence 1, sleeping is not a gerund as it expresses the quality of noun, so it is present participle. But in the case of sentence 2, it is very clear that it does not express the quality of the bed. It is a place to sleep, so it is a gerund. The infinitive. Read the following sentences. I play a match. I want to play a match. Here in sentence 1, play is a verb and has I as a subject. So, play is limited by number of the subject. Therefore, it is a finite verb. But in sentence 2, to play has no subject, so the question of being limited by the number of the subject does not arise. It shows the action indicated by the verb. Therefore, it is called an infinitive. There are two kinds of infinitives, simple infinitive or noun infinitive, qualifying or gerundial infinitive, simple infinitive or noun infinitive. The word noun shows that simple infinitive works like a noun in a sentence. These infinitives are used as follows. It can be used as the subject of a verb. Example, to work is a good habit, to smoke is bad for health, to err is human. It can be used as the object of a verb. Example, he purchases mangoes to eat. I like to play football. He tried to win the prize. It can be used as the object of a preposition. Example, the movie is about to start. They are about to leave. The summer vacation is about to commence. It can be used as the complement of a verb. Example, our aim is to win. My desire is to stand first. His motto is to work. It is used sometimes after interrogatives, adverbs, pronouns, adjectives like how, where, when, whom, etc. Example, I do not know how to do. They do not know when to stand. He does not know how to swim. Qualifying or gerundial infinitive. It can be used to qualify a noun. Example, she had no money to spend. It is not the time to rise. I had no book to read. He is man to be admired. It can be used to qualify a verb. Example, she cried to see the lion. May I come to sit in the class? He worked regularly to pass the exam. It can be used to qualify an adjective. Example, mangoes are good to eat. The clothes are beautiful to wear. His body is fit to work. I am glad to hear of your success. To see how to use infinitives, it is very clear that to is added to the first form of the verb. But it is not an essential part because there are some verbs which do not have to with them to make it infinitives. Such verbs are let, need, dare, forbid, etc. Read the following sentences. He need not come here. Come without to. Let him read. Read without to. The teacher forbade them make a noise. Make without to. How does he dare him fare? Fare without to. To gain more knowledge about the use of infinitives, study the following tables carefully. The details have already been given in the chapter. Table 1. Subject plus verb. Infinitive or not plus infinitive. He wants to go there. They decided not to attend the meeting. She pretended not to recognize me. We promised to tell the truth. He tried to help him. She agreed to pay for the purse. Table 2. Subject plus verb, noun or pronoun, infinitive or not plus infinitive. He wants her to dance. They asked him to go away. She wanted us not to be late. We want you to work hard. She allowed Mohan to go. I asked the servant to open the door. Table 3. Subject plus verb, conjunction, infinitive or not plus infinitive. He knows how to climb a tree. She asked where to go. They know when not to speak. She knows what to do next. We know how to swim. She is learning how to dance. Table 4. Subject plus verb, to, adjective or adverb, infinitive or not plus infinitive. He is too old to walk. We are too late to catch the train. It is too bad not to help others. It is too bad to tell lies. This purse is too large to fit in my pocket. Table 5. Subject plus verb, adjective, infinitive or not plus infinitive. It is difficult to work on a computer. It is good to rise early. It is bad to misbehave. These shoes are comfortable to wear. It is easy to learn English. Her tale was interesting to hear. He is weak to follow the instructions. Table 6. 8 plus 2b, subject complement, infinitive or not plus infinitive. It is impossible to pass the test. It is easy to solve the sum. It is good not to speak unnecessary. It will be wise to drive slowly. It is good not to waste time. It is hard to find the truth. End of chapter. Click here to go to the next chapter.